Hello everyone, take a close look at this electric crossover. What model is it? BYD CLU or BYD Song Plus? Can you guess? As you may have understood, in either case, you're looking at an electric vehicle from China market leader BYD. And what is the model? You'll find out right after the intro. You are on the VOLTauto channel. Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Let's go! Before you is the updated model BYD Song Plus, with an exterior design that follows the same styling as the Ocean lineup of models. But I must say that this is also the model BYD CLU. And why is that? We first heard about the CLU model when it was announced as participants at the International Motor Show in Munich. The Chinese company BYD had announced in 2022 at the Paris Auto Show that several models will be offered for the European market, including Atto 3, Han, Dolphin, Tang, and Seal. During the 2023 EIA, International Motor Show in Germany, two more models were presented, the electric crossover CLU and the minivan Denza D9. As you may have realized, we were at the Munich show and saw the BYD CLU with our own eyes. And we can tell you that this is essentially the same updated Song Plus crossover specifically designed for the European market. By the way, you can find links to our coverage of 2023 EIA show in the video description. The first model with the name Seal is a battery electric sedan. It became the second production vehicle in the new Ocean electric car lineup. As you can see, BYD decided to standardize the design of new and updated models. This is why the Song model, which has been on the market for some time, essentially shares the same front end and body lines as the Seal sedan. For the European market, they took the name of the sedan and added the letter U, which stands for utility. As a result, we have an electric vehicle with two names, one for the Chinese market and one for Europe. By the way, last year the Song crossover became the best-selling car in Chinese market with total of 459,000 units sold. The model is now available in two options, the base Song Pro and the higher-end Song Plus. The primary demand has been and remains for the larger crossover with the Plus designation on its name, which has been in production since 2020, and BYD has now updated it. The front of the vehicle has been completely redesigned. It features new LED headlights, a lowered hood and modified fenders. The rear has seen fewer changes, but it now boasts new taillights and a redesigned bumper. The BYD Song Plus is now 80 mm longer with a total body length of 4.78 meters. The width remains the same at 1.89 meters, and due to the modified suspension, the crossover is now 20 mm lower with a height of 1.67 meters. The wheelbase is 2.75 meters and the ground clearance is approximately 20 centimeters. The updated BYD Song Plus EV features a more energy-efficient electric motor with a power output of 150 kilowatts or 204 horsepower. The previous model had 20 electric horses less. The motor is the same for all trim levels and it is a permanent magnet synchronous motor installed on the front axle. The maximum speed is limited to 175 km per hour. The capacity of the lithium iron phosphate battery has changed to 71.8 kWh from the previous 71 kWh. Despite this, the driving range on a single charge has increased from 505 to 520 km according to the CLTC cycle. There is also a top-tier version with a 160 kilowatts or 218 horsepower motor and an 87 kilowatt-hour battery. This model can travel up to 605 kilometers on a single charge. The one in our review is the top-tier configuration. Although we are doing a review of an electric car, I'll point out that the plug-in hybrid version BYD Song Plus DMI has also been updated. It features 142 kilowatts or 197 horsepower electric motor on the front axle. Under the hood there is a naturally aspirated 1.5-liter gasoline engine. It primarily operates as a generator to recharge the battery. However, the gasoline engine can also connect to the front wheels via clutches and a single-speed reduction gearbox. Therefore, it's a plug-in hybrid, not an electric car with an onboard gasoline generator. The previous model featured an 8.3 kWh or 18.3 kWh battery. But now the larger battery is standard, and the manufacturer offers a more capable battery with 26.6 kWh of energy storage. The driving range with these batteries will be 110 and 150 km respectively, according to the CLTC cycle. A fully electric version with a powerful turbocharged motor is currently excluded from the lineup. This is because last year BYD transitioned to producing only electrified vehicles. So among the Song Plus modifications there are only plug-in hybrid and battery electric versions. You can visually distinguish them by the front end. Electric models have a solid front plate, while hybrids still feature a radiator grille. The Song's EV interior is quite familiar to me. So in the updated Song Plus model, the primary change is to the center console. It features a new transmission selector, a different button layout, and a couple of wireless charging pads. By the way, if you'd like to see a review of the previous version that we did in January 2022, you can find a link to it in the video description. The instrument panel screen remains unchanged with a 12-inch diagonal. The turning infotainment display also remains the same with a 13-inch diagonal. However, a new 15-inch display is now available for the top-tier trim level. This is the case with our review model. It's worth noting the gear selector. It has a rhombus shape, setting it apart from the most models with a gear selector shaped like a disc, for example. By the way, this selector has been carried over from the sedan. The steering wheel feels exactly as it should in the modern car. But now, instead of seeing Song on the steering wheel, as it was the case previously, you see the brand's name. The buttons for electric seat adjustment, which used to be on the door, as in the very first version of the electric crossover from our very first review, are now on the seats themselves. In the rear there is an ample space for the passengers, so your passengers' knees won't be hitting the front seats. The backrests fold in a 60:40 ratio. Overall, there is plenty of space in the front and rear rows, making it comparable to a standard mid-size electric crossover. Above the passengers there is not a panoramic roof, but a very large sunroof, which could be mistaken for a panoramic roof. Also, pay attention to the second row, where there is a fold-down armrest. It includes 2 cup holders. The standard trunk capacity is 552 liters, but with rear seats folded down, you will have 1,440 liters of space. The depth from the threshold to the seatbacks is 85 centimeters. Since this electric car is from China, it is equipped with local charging ports. The slow AC charging port of the GB/T standard, meant for alternating current AC, can be found on the right side of the rear fender. This port allows you to charge the electric car from the regular household outlet. Symmetrically, on the left side there is a fast DC charging port, also of the GB/T standard. This port is used to quickly charge the battery at stations with direct current, DC. So, how do you like the updated BYD Song EV Plus electric crossover? I hope you liked it as much as I did. And that is all for today. See you in the next video.